Hey there everyone, it is IdrA here once again with another game of Starcraft 2. This will be a Zerg versus Protoss here on the Shadow Temple between the blue Zerg spawning in the 12 o'clock. His name is Greg. It is of course IdrA. His real name is Greg Fields, the mighty Kraken himself, making an appearance today, playing against his red Protoss opponent, VT desRow. desRow is a French-Canadian pro gamer whose real name is Marc-Olivier Prouy. He is a Brood War veteran and he's won a couple of Gopher SC2 Cups during his StarCraft 2 tenure. And of course, I believe IdrA needs no introduction, but I'll give you guys the quick version of that rundown. He is a very popular player, a very talented player, and a very well-known player for a certain lacking of manners. And I believe I actually casted a game between these two players, IdrA and desRow. It was one of the first games I actually did on this channel, so if you are interested in watching it, please, I guess, look through the archives, and you will probably be able to find it. I think that was on Zelnica Caverns, if I remember correctly, and in that game, we saw desRow take it down with a quick 4-gate, I think, and it annoyed IdrA, who rage-quitted and told, he cursed, basically, is what he did. So we'll see if this game ends much the same way or if IdrA is able to avenge that earlier loss. I'm sure neither of these players remember that game. It was like a month ago at this point. Anyway, these players will be spawning in cross locations here on the Shadow Temple, so it will be quite a large rush distance if either of these players have any ideas of a quick attack. The probe is coming up here to check if the expansion has gone up yet, and it has not quite yet for IdrA. He has chosen to go with that pool first, which is why the expansion has not come online quite yet. The Protoss player has set up his ramp wall right here, starting with that gateway. Probably going to be getting a Cyber Core and then getting that Zealot out as quickly as possible, just to complete that wall off from Zerglings. And here we go. The spawning pool is right about halfway done for IdrA. He is saving up minerals, it looks like, for a hatchery right now. This probe will be just going back and forth, will be annoying IdrA when he eventually tries to put that hatchery down in the near future, probably. Meanwhile, the Protoss player's base, nothing crazy is happening. The gateway just now finishing, and this probe is going to be coming up here to put that Cyber Core online, and then the Zealots will probably be started quickly enough for our Protoss player desRow. IdrA just now finishing that spawning pool, and it looks like this drone actually manages to get the hatchery up, manages to put that hatchery up right when the probe was outside of that little radius. The probe getting a couple of pot shots off because it is angry that it allowed the hatchery to go up, but is now going to be coming up into IdrA's base and just kind of scouting around. At any rate, we do have that hatchery already coming online for IdrA. That's about a fifth or so of the way done. The Cyber Core is about to be finished for desRow, so we'll see these players preparing for, it looks like, the middle to late game at this point because nothing is crazily happening. No ridiculousness. A pylon actually going up. Is that a tight wall? And I can't tell if that's a tight wall, and we'll have to wait and see as this Zealot is not quite out yet. What is he doing inside his base? He's actually got 2 gases online, so it looks like it wasn't a tight wall, and he does have some ideas of a tech build here in the near future for our Protoss player, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as this hatchery is about 2/3 of the way done for IdrA. His main base is looking pretty normal right now. We have a sentry about to come out for desRow, a couple of Zerglings poking around just to see if there's anything for them to do over here, but of course nothing really to be seen or done as that Zealot has finished off this wall in. Here we go. The sentry will be tickling this drone to death as soon as it's able to manage to catch up to that drone. That drone is still getting some scouting done, actually just kind of going back and forth, but looks like it will meet its doom pretty quickly now as the hatchery has finished spawning for IdrA, and a couple of drones are going to be transferring as that drone down there did die. We watched that happen. Overlord just chilling over here to watch when those rocks get taken out, and it looks like the Zealot and the sentry are going to be taking out these Zerglings. Oh my goodness, a massive engagement happening right here in the bottom of the map, and those Zerglings will decide it is not worth it. One of them did get hit a little bit by a sentry's little tickling beam. This queen has shambled on down to IdrA's natural and will shortly start to vomit on that just to macro up like a boss. IdrA has that Zergling speed right around halfway done. He is also going to be getting an Evo chamber for some upgrades for his ground units. We do have the second Nexus started right now for desRow, so he's going to be expanding pretty quickly as well now, right around the 6-minute mark or so, and we have his army composition consisting of 1 Zealot and 2 sentries, with that probe just kind of chilling with the army. 3 sentries now, so it looks like a pretty sentry heavy composition right now for desRow, just letting them build up their energy for force fields and guardian shields when the time does come. Zergling speed is about to be finished, and it looks like melee attacks level 1 is the upgrade of choice for IdrA right now. He is also getting his Roach Warren online. That is about 2/3 of the way to being completed. Checking in on this Nexus right now, it's right around 3/4 of the way done, so he's going to be happy about that. He has set up this little semi-wall in right here with 3 more gateways, so we will have 4 gateways online for our Protest player, putting these gateways where he did put them because it prevents Zerglings from being able to run right through here. They have to go all the way around, which is of course a much longer distance for them to travel should they want to attack our Protest player's base. Those 2 Zerglings, it looks like, did get splattered by this army of 4 sentries and 1 zealot. So desRow might have some ideas of an early attack here, as he does have 4 gateways about to be online. Looks like that last one is right around 10 in-game seconds from being completed. 1 Zergling venturing down here to the watchtower, but will be greeted very forcefully with a combination of sentry beams and a zealot's blades. Looks like these Zerglings are going to be put to work destroying these rocks at this gold expansion for our Zerg player. He's also has a couple of Zerglings just kind of streaming down across the map. They see these blue dots just kind of running around. Looks like the Protest player is going to be moving out into the Zergling half the map, the Zerg player's half the map rather, as this Zergling does see the movement and tries to actually pull out the old reach around and go take the watchtower as the Protest players leave. So good work by that 1 Zergling managing to take over that watchtower. And here we go, the Protest player walling off the ramp so that reinforcements cannot make it down here from the main. And IdrA rage quits. What? IdrA just decides that it isn't worth it to stay in this game. Sees the 6 or 7 sentries at full or so energy and actually just decides to up and leave this game. So not the most eventful game, I suppose. Really just culminating in IdrA deciding that this was not a game he was interested in playing. So I guess desRow, well played, managing to poke the bear enough to make him rage quit. At any rate, well, I guess I'll cast another game because that took like 5 minutes and really nothing happened. So I'll see you guys in the next game.